AB, thanks for hanging out with us. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, John. How are you?
Doing all right. It was great to catch up with you yesterday. And now that you've had an entire evening, I guess my first question is, have you recovered from yesterday?
I'm not sure recovery is a possibility. It's kind of, have you had a chance to reflect? Yes. The recovery part might take years. And now we're focused on what's in front of us and the opportunities in front of us. And, how do we really make this a part of Chattanooga's integral fabric? How do we make CFC the team and place to be?
What have the conversations been like in these early stages? It's like you knew this was coming. You had the press conference yesterday where you're up on the dais, and then you have the stuff in the community yesterday afternoon for all the live shots for television. Leading into yesterday, knowing that you've got to kind of get your path going, what have some of those conversations been like and been about to get ready? Because 2024 is going to be here before we know it. Everybody's like, yeah, the 24th season, yeah, it's over there. But no, it's really not.
Yeah, you make a great point. We've had conversations certainly internally with ownership and with our staff, almost half of whom are brand new, about the parallel universe of playing our season out, but also getting ourselves prepared for 2024. And that's what we've been focused on. How are we prepared with, you know, ticket sales? How are we prepared with corporate partnerships? How are we prepared with marketing and what 2024 is going to be? What are we going to do more in the community to invest ourselves in the community? So you're right. We looked at 2024 as not a, as we sit here today on November 15th, you would think it's 45 days. But if you take 2 weeks away for Christmas, a week away for Thanksgiving, it's actually 3 weeks away, right?
Yeah.
And in early January, middle of January, our players will start to come back, and February 1st is training camp. So we have a mountain of work to do, but I can tell you our staff and everybody's really excited about the possibilities and the opportunities for growth that this club has.
Alton Byrd, CEO, Chattanooga FC, hanging out with us here on the morning show, bat and lead off to discuss the big news that happened yesterday as they now join MLS NEXT PRO. As someone who has been a part of building franchises in other leagues around this hemisphere, what attracted you to this gig specifically?
Well, think about it as a sports market. I worked the last 7 years in New York where they have 16 professional sports teams. They have 21 Division One college teams, and yeah, actually it's more than that now with the NWSL. So it's like closer to 20 professional sports teams, and then there's some colleges that are like professional sports teams, and that doesn't include New Jersey. Chattanooga has basically ourselves and the Lookouts and UTC. So it's a rare opportunity to uh, present yourself as the sports leader in a market that very much lives outdoors, very much has a unique presence, has a unique demographic blend. And I thought, man, if we could get ourselves into MLS Next Pro, we could be the development arm that is independent of a club. We could set ourselves up on the business side to not only sell tickets, but sell more merchandise and create some strategic relationships here in Chattanooga. I think we'd have a shot. So, yeah.
When it comes to you as a personality, because everyone in the business world has a personality, have you considered yourself to be a builder when it comes to these kinds of opportunities, or was this just a unique challenge off the board? Have you always been a builder, or was this unique?
I think it's a little of both. And I lived in Europe. I was a builder because basketball wasn't very popular in the United Kingdom when I lived there. And then it became hugely popular. And now it's number two behind soccer in youth sports in the United Kingdom. I can't say that I did all of that, but I think there was an era where there were just a host of really good basketball players, some of who went on to play in the NBA, some of who've gone on to play in Europe and become legends. So in that market, I think I was a builder, and I was a subconscious builder. In New York, I started a franchise from scratch, so I was employee number one in the G League's franchise, and we had some huge successes, quite frankly, on Long Island for Brooklyn, and that worked out fairly well. I think this one wasn't as much of a builder as how can I build on the really solid foundation that the founders and the board members have created. How do I create and help become, if our aspirations are to be professional, how do I help us get to be more professional? And I think we have a really good front office team. And I think we have a really good football operations team. And the blend of that just means that I'm trying to stay out of the way and help where I can with some experience.
Well, and I think that that's part of the deal, isn't it? Where you let those who know how to work in their particular kitchen, you let them cook. You sit there and it's like, all right, just I want to see the 4-course meal. I trust you. Go ahead and do your thing. And I mean, there's the old Sun Tzu quote that we all kind of live by: trust the local guides, for they know the terrain. Is that the kind of thing that you're dealing with here?
That's exactly what I'm dealing with. We have some really good front office staff, and we're growing. We have obviously the best manager in soccer last year in Nisa, who has had some MLS experience, in Rod Underwood. His coaching staff is very good. We had the two-time Golden Boot winner in Marcus Nagelstad, the two-time Golden Glove winner in Jean Antoine. So, look, I'm just trying not to screw it up.
I know that we all have to-do lists, and I know that in your car you might have a to-do list on a very, like on a dock, or it might be buried on your phone or something. Where is the to-do list that you have there at CFC? Is it on the fridge with a dry erase marker? Is it in a document on your phone? You pull out the stylus, you sit there and you write it down, you jam the stylus back in, or is it on one of those big 6-foot by 4-foot white dry erase boards with a bunch of lines drawn all around it? And what do you think the next thing you can cross off of that to-do list is?
Yeah, I have it in a kind of navy blue Chattanooga Football Club diary, which I'm going to send you one, John, so you have one.
All right.
And I have it obviously on my phone. I have a super duper EA that keeps me in line, in Danica Collins. And then I have a whiteboard in my office, which has things that until I really get them off the board, they stay up there just to remind me, like, have you really done everything? So I have them all there. The next thing off the board now that yesterday has happened is now really looking at 2024, preparing for schedule, and working through the schedule with our partners at Finley. Really kind of looking at, okay, where are our season ticket holders? Where are our new season ticket holders? And what's the story and what's the impetus behind the story for 2024 that will help us get more engaged in the community? And we've created some pillars, John, around education, health and wellness, and community development. And our new community relations manager, Michaela Seitz, is really on top of that. So the things that are next, prepare for 2024 schedule, and really start building more relationships with our fans in the market through our community engagement.
Another couple of minutes here with Alton Byrd, the CEO of Chattanooga FC, here on Soccer's Morning Show. I know that Finley is having a $1.8 million renovation. You're going to get new luxury stuff. It's going to be new LED field lights, elevator modernization, according to our friends at the Times Free Press. The current elevators are 25 years old. You're getting video and skybox upgrades. This is going to be a fun new toy that you're going to be dropping into come next season.
It is, and they I will tell you, the folks at Finley have been really good to us and really good for us. I think we're going to have one of the better stadiums in MLS Next Pro. I think our fans will see enhancements that will work better for their fan experience. And so, yeah, I'm pretty excited. We get a chance to spend a lot of time with the folks at Finley because we train there, and they're just good people. So they've got a lot of fun things that will really help our fan experience in 2024.
And you're getting to do it in a part of the country where the sport is growing, and it's almost growing like Tribbles in Star Trek.
Yes.
It's like exponential, where it's Atlanta, it's Greenville, it's Chattanooga, it's Knoxville, it's Huntsville, all these different places. It's Nashville with Major League Soccer and Atlanta with Major League Soccer. All of these markets that probably a decade ago, before Atlanta United showed up, everybody's like, I don't know if it's going to stick. It has stuck, and it has exploded.
It has. Even I'm surprised. I went to an Atlanta United match before the playoffs started, and I was blown away. I was like, really? Because in my life and career, the majority of my career has been in basketball, which is a tried and true sport in the Southeast. And I got down here, and you walk into Mercedes-Benz Stadium and you see 60,000 fans, and where did all these people come from? Who are all these people? And I saw a blend of demographics, and it was a really, really cool experience at Atlanta United. And they have knocked it out the park. That club has knocked it out the park and really been the trendsetter. So I hope we can emulate, what some of the other clubs, what Charlotte has done with their attendance, what Huntsville has done. They're surely going to be a local rival. So we have some things and some good role models to emulate here in Chattanooga.
All right, last question for you, and thanks for hanging out, especially the morning after a very, very busy day. When you have to have a question asked and answered, when you've got a question in your head, who is on your speed dial as you are trying to build what's going on there at Chattanooga FC? Who are those folks that you sit there and you tap? It's like, dude, I got a question, and they'll pick up the phone and answer for you. Who's on your speed dial?
I think there are a number of people. Certainly our board, the guys that started this club, they have relationships. So Thomas Clark and Sheldon Grizzle and Davis, of course, Paul Rustand, who's been the emperor of our brand and the creator of our brand. So there's the board. I think internally there's Doral Stalvey, who's our senior vice president of PR and comms, because he's worked across the foundation, the academy, and then also the club. And then outside, we've got a couple of folks that I've worked with for many years. Kathy Burrows, who works in sold out seating. So she helps train our ticket sellers and our AEs. Stephanie Schwartz, who has had 18 years of experience in the NBA, working in marketing. So I've got a couple of people that when in doubt, like, okay, what do you think? All right, where should we go? Angela Garcia, who runs a company called Culture Ally, who helps us on the Hispanic side. So, I got a few folks that are on speed dial, and I can text and pick up the phone and they'll call me back.
Good deal. Looking forward to it. Once again, thanks for being great hosts yesterday. Got to catch up with you, Mr. Altchek, Mayor Kelly, and Rod. Rod has invited SDH up to kind of hang out and see what's going on as things continue to grow there in MLS Next Pro. As our schedules will mix, we will do our best to come up and hang out. Alton, thanks for coming on the morning show. I know everything has just gone exponentially busy for you. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for yesterday. Good luck. We'll be keeping an eye on things for Chattanooga FC.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it, and good to be with you.
All right. Alton Byrd, he is the Chief Executive Officer of Chattanooga FC. And he had a busy day yesterday. A lot of folks had a busy day in Chattanooga yesterday. It was great to catch up with them as they rolled out the carpet for us and made their statement yesterday.